Hi guys, Mike back again with part 6 of how to build a Forge-World Cerastus Knight. We're still going, and we're pretty much, legs are done. So I'm just going to show you, have a little overview of what we've got so far. Okay, and what I'm intending to do. So these are the bits we've still got to do something with. So, okay, everything over here is ready for painting. So we're going to have the hatch separate, carapace separate, chest plate separate, groin plate separate, 2 shoulder pads, 2 shin plates, and there's a shield. So all of those are going to be separate, painted off the model in whatever colour scheme I decide. And then we've got, just move you a second, then we've got the body, and I've decided to paint the interior here and paint this bit here. And again, I'm not sure of the paint scheme yet. When I paint it or prime it, I'll mask off these bits here so we don't have any paint on them. I mean, if you do inadvertently get paint on these bits, you can always scrape it off, to be fair. So I'm going to paint these bits. I'll prime them as is and then paint them. I mean, I was half kind of thinking of going, because there's no driver, no princeps, I was kind of half thinking about doing some sort of glow effect off the screen into the whole cab. I was really happy with the OSL effect that I did on my Spartan Land Raider, Spartan Assault Tank, and I might do something similar here, so have this kind of green glow, because when the carapace is on, I've not shown you this actually yet, I don't think. So there we go, it's the carapace. That's how the carapace fits. When the hatch is open, you can just sort of see this green glow within it. So I might do that, which, if I do decide to do that, I could glue that on and then just do the OSL effect in the cab. So I might do that. But anyway, so I've got the option at the moment. Like I say, hatch will be done off, painted off, and then that just snaps on somewhere. Wait, there we go. The hatch just goes on. There we go. So I mean, you could glue the whole thing shut. You could glue the hatch on, and because there's no princeps, you could just glue the carapace on and just say you're not going to look inside it. And again, I might do that, I might not do that. I'm not 100% sure yet. But these bits here are in a state where they can be primed. They're ready to go. And also, what else? Where is it? Yes, the waist section obviously can be done as well. So we'll see. Again, we'll see what's going to happen. And again, you probably don't want to get paint on the magnet. If you do, it's no bother. But you know, just I like to keep it all nice and clean, so I'll probably mask that off so we don't get paint on the magnet. The legs are done. Completely finished, the legs. Since I saw you last, I've installed the hip pistons. So we've got the same sort of piston system that was on the ankles we've got on the hips. So we've done these ones as a little insert bit there. The piston goes in, then we've got the housing for the piston here, and the same on here. Just as a word of advice, because I'd got this leg so far removed from this joint here, this was a real struggle to make this joint fit, and I actually had to extend the piston. You can just about see it, to be fair. Once you've painted it, you won't see it. But I had to get a bit of rod that I'd cut off this one and glue it to the end of this one to make this piston longer so it fit, because obviously I'm really stretching his leg, probably beyond the realms that he would be able to stretch it. But anyway, that's by the by, and that's done. Again, just super glued on. And then we've done the cabling as well. So these had to go into boiling hot water to just get them into the right position so they weren't under strain. And then this one as well, obviously because I've stretched his leg more so than it would necessarily be, I've really bent this one out of shape. And again, hot water, boiling hot water, rested it in the little socket, just twisted it round to where it needed to be, and just held it there and let it re-solidify. And it was absolutely fine. So that's glued on. So the legs are done. And these are in a point now where they can be primed. So that's done. And again, a lot of the leg is going to be pretty much metallic kind of effect. I'll do some wear and tear on the toes and the feet and stuff. I'll probably paint these in a colour, the knee pads there, but everything else pretty much is going to be metallic, you know, and brasses and coppers and things like that, just to kind of give it some character, I suppose. So, but he's looking good. He's on the base. You know, I'm pretty pleased with that leg positioning. So that's it. So all this is done. Base again, ready for priming. I could prime that now. So we'll go from there. Right, so that's that. Now we need to make some decisions. You and we need to make some decisions about what we're going to do with the weapon options. These bits here are basically the shoulder pad rests. There's a right side and a left side. They go in the right way, and again, these aren't structural, so they can just be super glued on. I'm leaving them off at the moment because I'm not sure whether I'm going to put a magnet in there, and obviously it's easier access if I leave it off for now. So actually this bit is probably not ready for priming yet because I want to glue these on first. So sorry about that, guys. I filmed this on my phone and my phone just started ringing, so clearly that just stopped the camera from working. So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. So yeah, I need to decide what I'm going to do with magnets. So I might surface mount a magnet on here because we need to decide what we're going to do with the arms. Okay, right, the arms. Well, actually, let's talk about the head before we talk about the arms. The head is a one piece, so that's great. And we've got the neck here. This is designed in such a way where it does actually stay on and it swivels. So depending on how much of a fan of magnets you are, you could potentially shave these little notches off and surface mount thin magnets, and then put a magnet on here. So this is magnetized potentially, and you could also, with the neck bit, make a little depression here and mount and here, and magnetize the neck to the body. Or you could just glue the neck to the body and just have this free. I mean, it's designed to do this. I mean, it's designed to, I mean, it does stay, to be fair. So I'm not sure. I think that's going to be awkward, putting magnets in here potentially. And like I say, it is designed to hold the head in place, so and move. So what I might do is glue the neck to the body, and then we've still got this left and right movement of the head, because I mean, I don't want the head to do this, which is the only benefit a magnet would have. So I might glue the neck to the body and then just have the head attached as it's supposed to be, to save a job of magnetizing. And again, I mean, the head's not going to come off, and if you just want it to, you know, be at left or right angles. So that's probably what I'll do there. And then the arms. The arms are okay. So to start off with the arms, we've got this bit here, which is effectively the shoulder, which goes in there. So I'm thinking I'm going to mount a magnet in here and a magnet on the back side of this. So then we've got up and down movement of the arm. So we could do that with a magnet. Then we've got these piston bits. Where are we? Okay. So again, these bits here, you don't need to magnetize necessarily because there's a socket joint there. But again, you could shave that off, or some of it off, and put a magnet on there, and do that. But again, this is not going anywhere. And then this, this does get glued on. There we go. That does get so these arms here get glued into this shoulder socket. And then with this, so again, this is like the head. You don't need to necessarily magnetize this because it's, as long as you don't glue it, you just glue it here, and then this holds it tight. And that's fine. So again, that's what I'll probably do for the arm. So that'll be that. This will be magnetized. So we've got up and down motion like this. Then on here, this is where I'm going to magnetize again. I'm going to drill into this or cut this off because that accepts this. And I want to put a magnet in here. So this then will magnetize there. And then I've got the rotation of that. With the rotation of that, we finish the lance, which is a pretty nice weapon actually. This then goes into here. So I don't know what I'm going to do about attaching the lance to this section here. At the moment, with my magnetization plans, we would have a situation where we can do the movement at the elbow effectively, sort of in and out, and up and down at the shoulder. So, and it's whether we can work out a way to magnetize this. So then we've got up and down movement of the lance as well. So again, no bother. I could drill through this and put magnets in here, but then it's about mounting magnets in the inside there. So yeah, it's a little bit of a planning session. Again, the other arm, not same sort of challenges on the other arm really. Again, we've got the same shoulder joint. We've got the same kind of pivot system with the elbow. And the same kind of receptacle, same receiver as the other side. So again, could drill straight through here and mount magnets either side, but then it's how I'm going to go about mounting magnets in that. I mean, well, it's going to be tricky because obviously I can't drill into it because I can't get there. So I could potentially shave these bits off. That's not focus. So I could potentially shave these bits off and then put magnets on this side, which would then join the magnets that I've mounted here. Or I could just statically pose the whole blimmin' thing and not worry about it. So we'll see. That's kind of my challenge at the moment. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, let me know. And I'm going to leave it there for now and ponder. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.